Okay. Hello, everybody, and good evening. It is 8:02 in my watch, and we would like to always be prompt and start on time. So I congratulate all of you who logged in early and are here to learn as I am. I'm Olivia Fernandez Bernabe, and I am the founder of CCG. CCG is an astronomical name. It's a term that describes the alignment of three heavenly bodies. But in on earth where we are and what we do, we align three very important values, and that is optimal health, optimal wealth, and optimal self. And you might say, these are three different things. No, they're all interconnected. They're all interconnected. The more you grow your mind, you grow your income, you're able to live a healthier life. And again, we all agree that the number one wealth is health. And so our mission is to help people live the longest possible health span in CCG. Not lifespan, health span. There's a difference. You could be living for 10 years on a wheelchair. That is a lifespan. Health span is your doing things that young people do. You can run, you can walk, you can dance. You don't need help until the maximum number of years that God gives you. So we're passionate about health span. And for tonight, we're going to talk about health, particularly a series from Netflix, which is called Live to Be 100: The Secrets of the Blue Zones. A few years ago, I read a book about the blue zones, and that made me very, very curious about what these blue zones are. For those of you who did not read or did not watch the series, this is actually 5 zones in the world. Some are remote, some are in the city, some are in high places, some are in the lowlands. But these 5 cities in the world have the longest living centenarians with absolutely incredible health spans, meaning they're playing basketball, they're swimming, they're riding horses, and they're 100 plus. So the series was meant to find out what are the secrets of the blue zones. So that made me really very curious about learning more. Now, we're not going to talk for the series is almost 3 hours, but tonight we're going to talk about the 8 key takeaways. So, what did we do in CCG? We decided, after having evaluated the series, we decided to see what is the common denominator. Because for each city, for each blue zone, there are many areas that were noticed that contributed to their long lifespan. And now we're looking at the topics of the areas that kind of overlap. What are these 5 cities, if my memory serves me well? One is Ikaria, Greece. The other one is in Okinawa, Japan. The other one is in Loma Linda, California. So shocking, because we know that there's a lot of unhealthy people in the US. The fourth one is in Italy. It's in Italy. And the fifth one is in Costa Rica or South America. I actually forgot the city, or nabablanko ako. I'm not talking with notes. You see, I'm talking out of my own excitement and my passion for learning. So we kind of condensed it to just 8 key takeaways. And we're going to Sardinia, Italy, thank you, and Nicoya, Costa Rica. Thank you so much, Ken Tapdasan from Cebu. Okay. And Benoit, hello, Benoit. Welcome. I hope you're watching us. So, are you curious to learn about what are the common denominators? Because, hey, they're human beings. We're human beings. Our lives and our health all come from God, you know? And why are they different? So we're going to talk about four takeaway highlights. And I'd like to introduce someone who I felt was very appropriate for this particular uh, four topics. Why? You'll soon find out. Well, I'd like to welcome in the webinar Titus Manuel. He is the president of the Philippine Computer Society. He is a certified health and wellness consultant also. So he's into IT, but he has a passion for health. So you want to know what the four key takeaways are? Here's Titus. I'm going to turn it over to him.
Thank you, Olive. You actually gave some hint, basically, why am I here? I'm actually 71 years old. I turned 71 this year, and I realized that when you reach this kind of age, the new 80 is the 70. So that means when you become better when it comes to the experience part, you gain a little bit more to be able to practice because you have gained that experience. The problem is a lot of people who have turned 70 can no longer perform or function because they're bedridden. Sayang. Nakakapangnayan ka ng experience that actually they gathered over the years. But let me share to you my screen. Hopefully, yeah, there you go. Hopefully, you are able to learn something from this one. We're going to focus on basically this one. The secrets of the zone live to 100. And we're going to talk about the four accessible practical approaches to wellness. This is not a medical issue. This is more of psychological than anything else. Dr. Cynthia will take care of the more meaty
Nutrition.
substance along the way.
Yeah, nutrition after this. Yeah.
Yes, okay. These are the approach in wellness. We are promoting the ease and effectiveness and adopting healthier habits for fulfilling life. Let's take care of the next one. Here it is. The first one is stiffness or move your body. Your body is designed to move. That's the reason why a lot of people who are bedridden, mabilis yung deterioration. I know because my mother went to that aspect. She was strong before and then she suffered an accident. She was bedridden. In a couple of years, she passed away. Sayang, no? Malakas ang katawan niya, napilay, hindi gumagalaw, namatay kaagad. Very, very painful experience for her. Ang importante is basically maintain an active lifestyle by incorporating natural movements into your daily routines. Ang sabi nila, kung pwede lang, akit ka ng hagdanan everyday. Kaya stiffness ang title nito eh. Move your body. The more you active move, when you reach a certain age, maybe running for Mr. Philippines might not be your goal. But the most important, or even Miss Philippines for that matter, the most important is you're able to keep a habit of moving regularly. I owe my movement because I feed 15 cats every morning. Dr. Cynthia says something to say about that one. But that takes about 2 hours. Almost 12,000 steps. I counted that one. 12,000 steps every morning just to be able to feed 15 cats. There you go. Movement is importante. So that's the first order of the day. Make sure guys that you, as a matter of fact, nung nagtatrabaho sa Manila Ocean Park, nilayo na, sabi na, I advise the guys, pumunta kayo sa CR na pinakamalayo sa inyo. Hindi yung pinakamalapit so that you're able to move while sitting down because prolonged sitting down will create the back pains in your body. That we actually understand. The second part, tawa naman dyan. Enjoy life. No? Yun yung sinasabi niya, no? Laughing and socializing help reduce stress levels by releasing yung endorphins. The body, natural feel-good chemical. So importante po yan. That's the reason why you do not go to yung as much as possible, ang laging makasama yung napapatawa ka. People like that one. Kung puro na lang samaan ng loob ang pinag-uusapan nyo, wrong party. You have to be able to find people that actually will create that atmosphere that everything is good in life. Again, pag malakas ang, pag you're happy every day, you realize yung gas strain mo sa, ano, sa inyong stomach also is reduced. No? Na as mas maganda ang outlook in life mo. And you always start my day. Ako, I always start my day by laughing. Pero sinisigurado ko lang na walang nakikinig na iba kasi baka akala lang nababaliw ako eh. But that's how I think I actually manage my life on a daily basis. Next part natin basically is yung tinatawag na volunteerism. There you go. Ang sabi niya dito, volunteerism provides a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Totoo po yan. Lalo niya mga estudyante. When I was working or when I was working as an HR, ang unang tinitingnan namin basically, ano yung, aside from the academic, tinitingnan namin saan sila nagbo-volunteer. Kasi nade-develop yung leadership skills nila eh. Sanay silang humarap ng tao. Meron silang sense of purpose and fulfillment. Same thing with the seniors like me. Sa church environment, taking care of kids. Meron akong outreach program for the only kids. Kasi doon ako galing eh. Ang tawag ko doon, payback time. So I teach them every Friday, meron kami parang Zoom. And that has been going on since pandemic days. And literally, yung bang hindi ka na binabayaran pero maligaya ka pa. Ikaw na gumagastos, maligaya ka pa eh. It enhances social connection and promotes positive outlook in life. Binibring out yung pinakamaganda sa iyo eh. The other part is sinasabi niya is simple. Right, the power of community. Yung grupo na sinasamahan mo can make or break you. That's not only true with the lifetime partner but also with the people that you actually work with. Sinasabi nga namin, kung ang lagi mo kasama, look at yung pagkain as last supper, you will never lose weight. That's the reason why dapat ang sinasamahan mo actually has a good sense of basically what it takes to become a holistic person. Sabi niya, being part of a supportive community that shares similar values, yan, maliwanag yan, sinabi niya, interests and goals can provide emotional support, encouragement, magaling, and motivation to maintain a healthy lifestyle and overcome life's challenges. Kaya ako napunta sa CCG. Noong unang ma-meet ko yung mga tao niyan, good vibes agad sa akin. Pagpasok ko sa isang kwarto, ito sa wholesome event, I realized I found a second home. Ang ending niya, you are and will be the kind of tribe you select and choose to be with. You can be identified by who you are working with, kung sino barkada mo. Kaya nung lumalaki na ako, sinabi sa akin ng nanay ko, Titus, pwede bang umalis ka na sa Tondo? Pero pinalalayas ka ng nanay mo. Bakit? Kasi yung mga barkada ko puro lasenggo. And when I left that place, my life changed. I went to Quezon City. There's nothing wrong with the people sa Tondo except mali yung barkada ko. That basically is our session. I sinare ko sa inyo. Hopefully you guys will learn something from it. Pwede niyo pong balikan yan. If you want a copy of that presentation, balikan niyo lang sa Dr. Cynthia or si Miss Olive and I will give you a copy of those sessions for your own guidance. Olive, maraming salamat sa iyo. Thank you.
Thank you, Titus, for explaining those points. I'd like to review those points based on the Netflix series. Why did we choose the steepness? We didn't create this. The 4 takeaways are what we saw was one of the strong common denominators of the 5 blue zones. So we're not just saying, oh, do this or do that. For example, steepness in Italy, okay? Italy. Their town is going up and down and up and down. And every day they walk. They don't go to the gym. They don't do running, but they keep on moving their bodies, particularly the very steep incline. Last year, I was in Italy, particularly in Cassia, Italy. I went to the shrine of Santa Rita de Cassia, and exactly what I saw in the movie Netflix, that is the way those little towns are. You climb up, you climb down, you climb up. Imagine if you do that every day, you'll be a different person. And then in Japan, they showed in Okinawa, people don't have chairs, they sit on the floor. Imagine every day you're sitting on the floor, you have to get up, you have to sit down, you have to get up, you have to sit. There is magic in movement. So that's really, really very true. Volunteerism was the topic in the Loma Linda, where people are they always like gathering, they always like being in community, and they love to volunteer. They're very, very eager to help out other people, and get involved in things, not just stay at home and watch TV. And of course, we know that the very remember there was this TED talk that they actually tried to find out what was the number one determinant of centenarians, that you will make it to 100 and more. What was the number one factor? Shockingly, it wasn't just food, it wasn't exercise, it was not what we think. It was, if you watch a TED talk, social interaction, being with others, laughing together, being with people. And the people who are isolated, they're the ones who are depressed and sick. But not just any people. Like what Tito said, it's important to have the right kind of people around you, because you will be the average of the 5 people you deal with every day. Watch out. If they're couch potatoes, you'll be a couch potato. If they're smokers, you'll be a smoker. So find that right tribe of people that you can really be part of, like another family. And Titus is a living example. He's in his 70s. He looks very young. He's very trim and a very thick head of hair. So, yeah. Thank you, Titus, for sharing. So let's look at the other 4 takeaways, and maybe we can have some Q&A later. As we go along, you can ask your questions. Okay, so let's go on to our nutrition expert. I'd like to introduce to you Dr. Cynthia Mendoza. She is a nutritionist trained. That's her profession, and she's also associate professor 5 at Bicol University. So she's going to talk about, maybe I'm going to talk about this four other takeaways, and we're going to just have a chat about it. Of course, since she's a nutritionist, it's going to be now around the area of nutrition. What was the common denominator again? You've heard this not just once or twice, but this is now a buzzword out there. Plant-based diet. Okay, Cynthia, can you share with us what is a plant-based diet?
Okay. Good evening, everyone, especially to my students who are here to listen to this very good talk that you can really learn from it. Well, plant-based diet are those that we eat from plants, like berries, citrus fruits, pineapple, peas, beans, anything that is grown, as a plant. The source of this food is from plants. This is what we call a plant-based diet. So we have fruits, we have vegetables, we have starchy vegetables such as potatoes, sweet potatoes, squash. We also have whole grains like brown rice, barley, legumes, coconut. All of these are plants. and we include that in our diets. What is very distinct about the blue zone centenarians is that their diet is composed of more plant-based foods than animal or proteins from animals. Let's say, for example, in the Philippines, I think the meat consumption is more than the plant-based diet. But in these blue zones, it is the opposite. They barely eat meat in their diets, but they still eat meat because we still need vitamin B12, the B vitamins from animals. Okay, so it's not purely plant-based, but they live this long because there are more plant-based foods that they take in more than the animal-based foods.
Thank you. Because we've always heard that buzzword. Okay. So we know what plant diet is. What is a plant-based food? What is a non-plant-based food? Would you tell us?
Yes, non-plant-based foods
None.
are basically from animals, meat,
Okay.
chicken, all from animals.
Yeah. Would you tell us about processed food? For example, you go to the supermarket and you eat all this chippy, all this Doritos or whatever you have there that's filled with chemical and coloring and preservative. Would you consider that plant-based processed food?
Processed food is not a plant-based. It's basically processed foods come from animals, but there are also coming from plants like the corn, chips, and everything, but they are bombarded with condiments, with salt, with preservatives, and everything, which is, of course, very detrimental to our health.
Yeah, and yet you see a lot of people,
A lot. Yes.
enjoying this. Yeah.
We
So,
cannot also avoid eating those things, but as I have said in my previous talk, we can eat, but sparingly. Sparingly.
yeah, right. Okay. So, what I realized today is, because we're in this environment, we watch a lot of
Yes.
videos and talks. One of the most dangerous things you can ever eat today are processed foods.
Yes,
It really is
that's true.
also a precancerous.
Yes,
So
exactly.
it's sad that in the blue zones you don't see people eating processed food and chippy. They plant it from ground to table.
Yes.
They plant it in their backyard. Imagine.
That's the good feature of the blue zones.
Yeah.
And of course, plant-based foods will really free you from cancer. That's the reason why the people in the blue zones do not have this kind of disease at all,
Yeah.
because it's
And
all plant-based.
how does how does it affect hypertension, diabetes? Is that good?
Yes.
Yeah, to have a plant-based diet?
No, it's basically plant-based diets are the most healthy of
Yeah,
all diets.
okay. Now there's another diet or a kind of food that, of course, we want to ask the expert because she is the nutritionist. What we found as another takeaway in these blue zones is that they understand medicinal food. Can you tell us about
Yes.
medicinal food?
Yes. Actually, we know about medicinal foods, we know which foods that can be considered medicinal foods. So we have, according to studies, no, there are these medicinal foods combat some sort of diseases. Okay, we also have this what we call cruciferous vegetable. What is this all about? This cruciferous vegetable is, for example, is broccoli. Broccoli. Broccoli has so many medicinal, what do you call this? Takeaways if you have to eat this, because they are antioxidants. And when we say antioxidant, it really is medicinal. And because it is plant-based, it is a plant, no? And there are so many plants which are actually medicinal, and not only plants. Fish also is medicinal because it has omega-3. Okay, so we also have mushroom, herbs, we have green tea. These are some foods that really have an effect on our health. It in a way, no, heals if we have some diseases, or it prevents us from having such disease. Like I said in my earlier talk, all the plant-based foods will give us an assurance of not having cancer at all and other very degenerative diseases.
Wow, really. Actually, one thing I know, which is anti-cancer, diba? We hear a lot of that. One is
Wow.
turmeric.
Turmeric, yes.
Yeah. And then
Squash, yellow foods, no?
yellow foods. And then we know that
Green leafy, yes.
may nagsasabi na guyabano, na merong, actually, even tea,
Green tea,
green tea, these are all anti-cancer, and
these are medicinal.
they
Opo.
all come from plant.
Plants.
I guess it's so important because the plants came from God. So
Yes.
he gave us plants to heal us from
Yes.
our diseases, not necessarily drugs or traditional medicine.
Yes.
So we're going to the seventh takeaway. And this is we found this again as a common denominator. It came out several times during the Netflix series, and I asked Dr. Cynthia, what does it mean? It is low density?
Density.
Low density.
Low density foods.
Low density food. That
Yes.
the blue zones, low calorie
density foods. Yes.
That, yeah.
Yes, because primarily the blue zone residents or centenarians are eating plant-based foods. Plants are like, for example, beans, peas, lentils are good source of fiber, and that is what we call density foods. They are low calorie, and but gives us a lot of energy. Like fish, also fish. Okay, so these are what we call low calorie density foods. So low fat or fat-free dairy products such as milk, yogurt, egg whites is a density food, low calorie density foods. These are examples of density foods. They have low calories, but gives us a good effect in our health because of the fiber.
Nutritious. They're nutritious.
Very nutritious.
But the calories are low.
Low.
Yeah, the calories are low. Oh, we're forgetting that this particular food keeps coming up also. Nuts and seeds.
Nuts, yes, such beans, peas, lentils, legumes. These are examples of low calorie density
Food.
foods.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So when you look at, dear friends, when you look at the diets of the blue zones, just looking at plant-based
Mhm.
and looking at medicinal and then looking at low calorie density food,
Yes.
we know that when you go out tomorrow and you go out to eat in a fast food, for example, this hardly exists in the food we eat.
Mhm.
And it's no wonder, like in the US, it's no wonder why, even in the Philippines, the incidence of weight and illnesses and hypertension and diabetes is going up. It's because of the food we put in our bodies. Okay. Now, we're looking now at the eighth takeaway. I guess there are many other takeaways, but based on this, on our the way we looked at the series, this came out several times. And it is the concept of eating only until you are 80% full.
Oh,
You do not eat to the max. Nako,
yes.
daming buffet sa Philippines. It's all you can. And everybody loves to go to buffets. I hope you're
I
watching
don't.
this webinar and you're not somebody who likes to stuff yourself with a lot of buffet food, which is again not healthy. So what is this idea of eating only 80%?
I'd like to tell you that I seldom go to eat all you can foods. You
Yeah,
know,
me too. Yeah.
I hate to go. Why? Sayang po ng pera. Kasi hindi ko naman mamamaximize yung pagkain. I don't eat all the foods in the no, food stalls, in the food containers. We Filipinos, most Filipinos rather, would like to really taste everything para masulit yung bayad. But that's not the way how to do it. 80% full is when you have the discipline to stop eating when you are already satisfied. You stop eating. It's a simple discipline that you stop, no, when you're just satisfied, not still hungry, but not stuffed. That's what 80% full means. Eh, that's not the habit of the Filipinos. Filipinos would love to eat.
Yeah.
And even if you are under stress, people, they call it stress eating. Doon nila binabawi yung stress nila. That's why the tendency of these people is to get fat. Talagang ang weight nila will increase, no? Without even knowing it, that, uy, ang taba ko na pala. Kasi you are always stressed and it's your habit to stress eat. So that is exactly unacceptable if you are in an 80% full diet. So you stop eating based on your, alam mo naman kung talagang okay ka na, no? When you are already, okay, I am already satisfied, I have tasted all these things. You don't have really to talagang super busog because definitely your digestive system, aangal po yon, yung digestive system mo. Baka magka-indigestion ka, or especially at night, you eat the lightest at night because it would be difficult for you to digest the foods pag busog na busog ka. And that's the reason why there are many cases wherein kumbaga sa ang sabi nila, binangungot, ganyan. It's actually the heart that suffers kasi iba na yung yung digestion mo is conflicting with the functions of your heart. That is why there are many cases like that. So actually your when you are talking about diet, your heaviest should be your breakfast, lighter po pag lunch, and the lightest, eat like a pauper during nighttime. That's the secret there. And in the in the blue zones, they really have that discipline that they just eat when they are satisfied, they stop. That's it. When you don't have to be very full. So it's a matter of discipline when you want to guard your weight or to have or to attain optimal health.
There's this idea, thank you for that, Dr. Cynthia, that when you eat, your feeling of fullness is delayed.
Mhm.
So ang dami mo nang kinain pero hindi ka pa busog. So if you eat slowly or you only eat 80%, then can you share about that there's a delay
Okay.
in your brain, is it? Or paano ba yun? Yeah.
First of all, you have to eat slowly. Slowly, because you have to chew the food properly
Correct.
so that when it enters your esophagus up to your stomach, your system will not have difficulty in processing the food, in digesting the food, and the food absorption is easy. So you eat slowly, and when you eat slowly, it doesn't mean that you are eating a lot. When you eat slowly, actually you have to enjoy the food. No, there are many students who eat, hurriedly because they are late on time. Even some employees, which I do not really recommend eating fast. No,
Mhm.
it has something to do with digestion also, with the process. No, you have to chew it properly. Okay? Enjoy the food, and without you knowing, okay ka na. You are already satisfied. The point is you are already satisfied. You don't go beyond that satisfaction by eating a lot more because you don't need to. If you are talking about your health and your weight.
Thank you so much. Yes. Well, we've actually talked about very important 8 points. In fact, we could actually talk more, but let me just review that. The thing with Zoom webinars is that attention span is short, so we cannot have very long webinars. Here are the 8 key takeaways from the Netflix Live to 100, The Secrets of the Blue Zones. It's just a very interesting series. I hope you get to learn and take down notes even. Plant-based diet, medicinal food, low calorie density food, eat only up to 80%, natural movement, steepness, climbing up every day, walking, less of a car maybe. Control the stress by laughing and socializing. So number 7 is volunteerism. Think of other people, how you can help other people, okay? And 4 is being in a right tribe. What tribe do you belong in? CCG is a tribe. We actually meet online. We meet in person. We meet nationwide. We meet internationally. We are in an international community. And again, we value optimal health, optimal wealth, and optimal self. So we are a tribe. It is your choice which tribe you want to be part of, because you will eventually get infected like it's contagious, actually, by the values and the habits of people around you. So right now, we're going to just look at two videos. Why? Because when we talked about the plant-based diet, Dr. Cynthia actually mentioned that plants are not, you would have a need, a lack of B vitamins and omega-3, because these are very essential for health. Omega-3, in fact, is good for the brain, the eyes, the joints, the heart, everything, the cells. But you cannot get enough of it from a plant-based diet
Itself.
alone.
Yes.
Yeah. You need to
Supplement.
supplement or eat others. But of course, again, you need to consult with your doctor if you're going to change your diet. So don't just take your advice from a webinar like this. For me, I take a lot of supplements because I am actually trying to get more into a plant-based. I'm not vegetarian, but more and more I'm getting turned off by animal meat. So if we're ready, you can also formulate some questions. We'll get back to you after the video. Here are the two important elements that are lacking in your plant-based diet. Vitamins made by Nutrilite, our partner tonight, the #1 vitamin food supplement in the world. It is the only supplement that grows, harvests, and concentrates plant from its 100% certified organic farms. So here, well, omega-3 is not from a plant, but it's from a fish. Very important. Okay, so let's watch the video.
Badminton, biking, bending, bocce. You couldn't do any of these without a constant supply of vitamin B. That's why Nutrilite Vitamin B Dual Action Supplement is powered by 8 B vitamins, including superfood spirulina, grown and harvested on a Nutrilite partner farm to bring the Earth's best nutrients to you. This specifically designed tablet is a 1-2 punch of instant and time-released B vitamins for all-day energy support, giving you the help you need to fight occasional fatigue. With a gotta love list you simply gotta love. 8 B vitamins for 8 hours of caffeine-free energy support. Be double sure you're getting enough energy support with Vitamin B Dual Action. Nutrilite. Plant, grow, thrive.
Why take omega-3s? Take a closer look. The benefits are clear. Omega-3s are good for your heart and brain. In fact, omega-3s serve every cell in your body. They're like the premium oil that keeps your body fluid and flexible. But the challenge is, it's hard to get enough omega-3s from diet alone, and your body cannot produce essential omega-3s naturally. So, you need to supplement. Nutrilite Omega formulation provides 3 times greater absorption, helping your body better utilize the omega-3 fatty acids. Our 9-step purification process ensures only the purest and cleanest oil. We use sustainably sourced wild-caught fish, certified by Friend of the Sea. Then, combine it with traceable white chia seeds grown on our Nutrilite and partner farms. Easy on your stomach with a reduced fishy aftertaste, it's a complete source of omega-3s. Nutrilite Omega with 3 times greater absorption. Nutrilite. Plant, grow, thrive.
Wow. So we've come to practically the end. I don't see any questions. However, we're not done because we are going to go into our breakout rooms, and some of you are actually going to say hi to Dr. Cynthia, who's your professor in Bicol University. So we've arranged your breakout rooms and you can chit chat more. Maybe some of you are shy, you don't want to make any comments or even open your video. But in the breakout room, you'll be in a smaller group and you can interact more. It was a pleasure moderating for tonight's Optimal Health Talk. Every time we have talks like this, I am a super student and I learn so much more. Is it important? Absolutely. The number one wealth is health. Without health, nothing in the world, this world, is possible for you. So let's take care of our health. And thank you again to our sharers tonight, Titus Manuel, thank you, and Dr. Cynthia Mendoza. Thank you
You're
so
most
much,
welcome.
yeah, for sharing your expertise. So we'll see you in the next event. Right now,
Sure.
we'll go to the breakout rooms.
Okay.